Hi, I'm Christy. I want to talk to you today about my son's 18th birthday. This is the newest milestone that we've hit, and as of the posting of this, he turned 18 2 weeks ago. Now there's part of me that is still in denial, and I still want to say, where in the world has the time gone? How is this even possible? My brain does not want to compute this. But at the same time, I am so proud of him. On his actual birthday, I took donuts into his class. It was one of the things that he wanted me to do. And as I gave them to him, he very proudly handed them out to his friends and to teachers that came in and out of the classroom. Now, part of this was that he got to wear gloves. And the joke with him is that if you give him a pair of disposable gloves, he will be your slave for life. He loves wearing gloves. I'm not sure why, but he does. So as I was there, though, I found out he had been talking about his birthday all week long to anybody who would listen. He was so excited to turn 18. His teacher's present to him, along with a couple keys, which is another obsession of his, was to be able to drive the class's golf cart. Now, to my knowledge, the teacher has never let a student drive the golf cart, and they use it to bring stuff from their classroom all the way across campus to the teaching garden that they work in every week. We weren't sure if he would actually drive it or not because he's never shown an interest in actually driving in real life. Now, he does have a couple simulator games where he loves to drive his big rigs all around, and he spends hours every week doing it. And I knew that he knew in his head what he needed to do to drive or how to drive, but I wasn't sure if he would actually do it. But when the teacher said, okay, time for you to drive, let's switch spots, he's like, okay, and he got out and he switched spots, and he knew exactly what to do, and he took off. And I was really glad to see that he was very methodical and very careful about it, very safe. He was driving around the practice football field at their school, so there were no other cars around. There's nothing really for him to run into. It was a very safe place to do it. But I was impressed with how well he did. Now, he's not ready to hit the roads yet, but I was still impressed with how well he did. And then for dinner, I invited some friends to go to meet us at the restaurant that he had picked for his birthday. Now, he adores the husband of this family, and so he was really excited to see them. And we had a good dinner with them, and we got ice cream for dessert, so it was a great dinner for him. Then came the one thing that he had been asking for several weeks. The one thing he wanted to do for his birthday. Go to our local Chevy dealer. Yes, this is my car-obsessed kid. So we went to our Chevy dealer, and when we got there, it was pretty empty. There were hardly any other customers there. So one of the salesmen comes up to talk to us, and we said, no, we're just looking. We just want to let him drool a little bit. He's like, okay, great. Look around, have fun. Let me know if you have any questions. So we looked outside for a few minutes and looked at some of the different cars, and then we went into the showroom. I got some pictures of him sitting in one of the Corvettes there. We looked at some of the other cars and some of the other trucks, and we were looking all around and having fun. And then the salesman came up to us. We discovered his nickname is Pineapple. And he said that he had a Camaro ZL1 on the lot, and would we want to hear it start up? Oh my word, I think he just went to heaven. His face lit up, he got so excited. Yeah, can we do that? So he got the keys and he walked us out to it, and he starts it up. Oh, Mom, did you hear that loud noise? And then the thing that impressed me the most was that he started asking really intelligent questions of Pineapple. Things like, is this a carbon fiber, and is this a factory option, or is it aftermarket, and just different things. Then he asked if we can open the hood up. Well, Pineapple was happy to humor him. And so we opened the engine up, we looked around, and then Pineapple looks at me and goes, do you want to rev the engine? Oh my goodness, you should have seen his face light up all over again. He got so excited, he was almost giddy. So he got in, revved the engine a couple times. Oh, Mom, did you hear that? That's so cool. So we stopped him from doing that because he was really revving it after a couple of times. And then we shut everything off and locked everything up. And then Pineapple looked at him and said, do you want to go for a test drive in a Corvette? Oh my goodness, giddiness all over again. He was so excited. So Pineapple let him pick which of the four vets they went in. They had four vets backed up against the showroom. And so he picked which one he wanted, and Pineapple went in and got the keys. And then before he came back out, he used the remote start to start the vet up. Oh my goodness, total excitement again. He thinks the remote starts are one of the best things ever. So they get in the car and they take off. When they get back, a few minutes later, we find out that they also stopped at the Ford dealership, a couple dealerships up the road, and they looked at the Shelby Mustangs there because Pineapple has a friend that works there. So to say that he had an amazing birthday, I think that would be an understatement. But I got thinking about it and realized how little it really took to give him an over-the-top birthday for him. Driving a golf cart, a couple dozen donuts to share with his friends, dinner at a restaurant of his choice, and an hour or less at a car dealership. That's all his birthday was. It was pretty simple on us, pretty easy. But he thought it was amazing. Now, while part of me still wants to throw a little bit of a temper tantrum because I'm not old enough for this, and how is it possible that he's a half adult? Well, we'll get to that in the next video, but basically it means that he's 18. Like I said before, my brain just does not want to process this. But at the same time, my heart is full. I'm so proud and I'm astounded at the things that he's learned. Sky is the limit for this kid. I have no idea where he'll be in 5 or 10 years. But he continues to prove that he can reach new levels when we keep challenging him and when we keep raising the bar on what we expect from him. So you better believe I'm going to keep pushing for that bar to be high because I want to see just how much he is capable of. But that makes me think, what's the most recent milestone or even inch stone that your loved one has hit? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. If you're not sure what an inch stone is, you can find a link to the post I did about it at my blog at www.havenofhopeforme.com. The post for this video originally posted in early February of 2018, and I have a link there back to the original post about milestones and inch stones. So as I'm remembering all that I have to be grateful for on this journey, I hope that you can join me and agree in saying that life is good and there is never a dull moment.